Good morning, everyone. Hope y'all are doing good. I'm gonna get settled. Make sure I got all my stuff. Over there. Oh, that closed on me. Hope we're all doing great on this kind of cloudy morning. I'm sure the sun will come out. It always does. Unless, you're in a place where the sun never comes out, which is a thing. But that's okay. If you're here watching, go ahead and I'd love to see who's here, so you can comment below, say hello or not. It's really up to you. If you're driving, just listen. And you don't. I said I was doing this. Yay. Okay. Well, that's life, guys. Interruptions. Oh boy. Okay. Uh I'll give a couple more minutes. Hello, Chrissy. Um and excuse me. And I'll get started. We're going to be in Ephesians 4 today. If you want to open that up and get it ready again, or you can just listen. That was my mom, by the way. I told her, hey, I'm going to be doing this. Please don't need me. She forgot, and that's okay. Forgiveness, right? So, how's everyone doing? What are y'all drinking this morning? I have not prepared anything yet because it's not early. It's not. Hello, Caroline and Deborah, all the way from Willis. Awesome. Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. Cool, cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Um, the first little little Devo I'm gonna read is from Live in Grace, Walk in Love by Bob Goff. It's like a 5-minute Devo for every day of the week. And excuse me, today's happens to go along with Ephesians 4 perfectly. So the title is The Way We Treat People. The way we treat the people we disagree with the most is a report card on our faith. This is Bob Goff talking, not me. I've started a new practice that has revolutionized the way I see people I don't agree with. If I hear a pastor or politician say something really offensive, I send them a cake pop. I just scribble a note and say I was thinking about them and thought maybe they would enjoy a cake pop as much as I do. It's not a passive aggressive thing. I can't lie. I just love cake pops. If someone lets one rip on social media, I send them a few Jolly Ranchers and tell them to have a great day. I love those too. Takes about 5 minutes. I figure people who attack others are probably pretty unhappy, and cake pops and Jolly Ranchers might just brighten their day. When Jesus told us to love our enemies, he wanted us to apply the term broadly. I know this because he also told us to love our friends and our neighbors. Between our friends, neighbors, and enemies, that should include just about everyone. The problem is that we scoot around his command by being polite to other people who annoy us. They're not necessarily our friends or our enemies, they're just people we keep a distance from. They're watchdogs in a world where all we need is a little more grace. They're the cynics where we need champions. They're just hard to be around. It's a true statement that the most difficult people to love are usually the ones who need it most. Love doesn't dishonor others, it finds a way to lift them up even when they actively push you down. The way we treat people we disagree with the most is a report card on our faith. it's a it's hard to know where to start, but we need to begin anyways. Why not send someone who's been difficult a cake pop? That couldn't hurt. And again, that is from Bob Goff. I don't know if this is backwards, probably not, because technology. Live in grace, walk in love. Um, and we're in Ephesians 4 today. Um, and we talk about just that. The author talks about just that. So the scripture is actually near and dear to my heart because in college, during spring break, I took a class. It was a spiritual wilderness trek, if you will, where we trekked for a whole week with just backpacks in the Ozark Mountains. And we had to memorize Ephesians 4. We broke it up into days, but by the end of the week, we had to be able to say the whole entire chapter before we could get dinner. And so we all knew it very well because food, right? It's a great motivator. Um, and so, excuse me, um, this is Paul talking, right? And he's writing to the church in Ephesus. And in this specific chapter, he talks about unity in the body. Um, he talks about how we should always be humble and we should be gentle, be patient with each other, making allowance for each other's faults because of our love. And he continues to go on and says that Christians, we should be of one body, right? Um, we all have, we're one giant body, but we all have individual gifts. Some to be apostles, some to be prophets, some are evangelists, pastors, teachers, right? There's just a huge mixed bag of all the things that, all the skills and talents that God has given us. But the purpose of these jobs is making the church stronger. People can't really do anything on their own, but together we can do anything. And so Paul continues to go on and says Christians um, shouldn't act like kids who change their mind every day about every single thing, right? I'm sure anyone who has either had a kid or babysat, whatever, they just constantly change their mind. I know when I've babysat, I'm like, here's the food you asked for, right? Here's some mac and cheese. And they're like, I don't want that. I want a hot dog. It's like, you, Paul says not to do that, right? And excuse me, he says we need to act like adults, right? Like the body parts that they are, right? We're all body parts of this body. And if we do the right thing, the body will do the right thing. And if we stop contributing to the body, if everyone does that, then there is no body. Everyone collapse. And so this also reminds me of Romans 14, which is something the junior hires have been learning about this past semester, is that Paul's talking to the church in Rome, excuse me, and there's Jewish Gentiles and there's Christian Gentiles, right? Jewish Christians, my word, it's morning still. Jewish Christians have this years and years of tradition, right? What not to eat, what to wear, what not to wear, and Gentile Christians are like, whatever. And so he's saying, why argue about what to eat? Why argue about what day to celebrate, or excuse me, what day to worship on? Like, that's silly and it ruins the kingdom. And I encourage you to read the rest of Ephesians 4, but Paul like this is a topic that is talked a lot about because it's so important and people still can't get it into their minds of how important it is to be unified, to not let difference of opinion stop the kingdom. Because it's just a waste of time, right? Why be arguing with someone on Facebook about something ridiculous when one, you could have a face-to-face conversation, and two, doesn't matter in the end. So those are my thoughts and my words. I appreciate y'all for listening. We hope to see you this Sunday in person. Check out our Facebook page. I believe the service times are 10 and 11:30. We're going to be live in the park worshiping, which is going to be really exciting to see everyone and be around everyone. So thanks to all. Have a great day.